If your favorite part of CK3 is the absolutely insane storylines, character development, and role playing aspects of the game, this was your week. Paradox released their first event pack for CK3, Friends and Foes. So, what is included, and is it a scam? Well, what comes with this pack? Unlike previous DLCs, it is going to be completely event based. And what counts as an event? Well, according to the event counting terms as stated by Paradox. In terms of the statement, over 100 is meant to count event chains, where an event chain is defined as the event chains with one or more event in it.
Well, you can't use our service without agreeing to the terms of service.
Yes, that is right. You need a lawyer to understand what you are getting in this event pack. These events are going to add a lot more spice to your game. Interactions will mean more, and your game stories will become more unique. Let's start with your spells. You'll get more events with your spells. Our game stories right now is almost non-existent and mostly mechanical. Yes, I need a spell that gives me +2 holdings. This event pack is promising to add more event chains that will expand on actually finding your partner, including the partners that will force you to prove yourself, even in combats with them. New spouses pushing their children to be first in line for secession. Those could be interesting conversations. Or overly zealous spouses burning books so your children remain pure.
A book burning?
Come on, grab an armful!
Overall, this pack should mean that your spouse is more than just there to provide you bonuses during events and extra holdings.
Yo, we played 9 hours of cards together. That might not mean something to you, but it did to me.
Next area of the relationship that we will see improvement, actually have to be a parent and have more interactions with your children. You'll have to deal with your children vying for succession. I hope that this means that you will see signs that one of your children is trying to kill off the rest of your offspring. And you'll have to help guide your children through issues like doubt and jealousy. Based on the patch notes, I'm hoping that there is more than what is listed. The new events for children seem light. I want to do more than have another snowball fight with my child.
Come on, Mom! Don't fight back!
Oh, this isn't happening.
Speaking of children, your childhood should be more eventful. Pun 100% intended. You'll have to fend off jealousy or even fratricide. You can make friends while camping, and you'll have more interactions with your bullies, including swearing eternal vengeance.
In this place, you have grown from a boy into a man. Put to death the earthly things in you, immorality, impurity, passion, vengeance. The Lord has forgiven you. You also must forgive.
Where you will see the real meat and potatoes of this DLC is on your friendships and rivals. Funny that. Only the name didn't kind of give that away. But before we get into that, if you would like to prove your chances of getting friends in CK3, hit that like and subscribe button. Not doing so will doom you to nothing but rivals. The friendship system will see a lot of improvements. You will share stories with your friends, visit bathhouses, have to resist the temptation of a dead friend's spouse, and even forgive your gluttonous friend from eating all your food.
I like big guts and I cannot lie. Double chins with the chafing thighs. My stomach starts to growl. I'm getting hungry.
You may even have to stage interventions for your friends that are a bit too fond of the mead. Or even find your lonely friend a partner. Oh hey, look at that! A rival you didn't know you had just died. Free prestige and stress relief. That's the extent of our rival system right now. And I'm really wanting this to change. I really want to know who my rivals are, why they're my rivals, and I really want to have to deal with them. I want my rivals to mean something. I want them always to be in my face, causing me problems so I have to deal with them. Well, now your rivals will get into brawls with you or bully you into arm wrestling matches. I would lose all of those. In return, you may want to burn their artifacts in front of them, sleep with their offspring, or even defile their... Jesus, Paradox. Now we need to answer the final question. Should we buy it? Is this expansion worth it? Yes. Yes, it is. The case for yes is that with Paradox games, you're constantly adding new systems and new flavor to the game. However, you need to make sure that in the platform type style games that Paradox releases, that you have the flavor and events within it, and you have the interactions between the characters. And that way you don't end up where Stellaris was at one point, where you basically ignored every single dialogue that came up and the story of the game, and it was just about resource. And you don't want Crusader Kings 3 getting there. I love the story in Crusader Kings 3, so adding some extra diversity, solving some of the problems, like me knowing about my rivals, is important for me. As a streamer and as a content creator, it frustrates me that I have no clue who my rivals are half the time. I forget to even check to see, hey, do I have a rival? Because it doesn't matter. It literally never matters in the game. The other thing that we want to consider when we're looking at the flavor pack is we want to encourage Paradox as players. If we want them to continue developing these stories, we want to encourage them to release more of this content so that we're not going through and fighting the same snowball event with our children. So for me, it was 100% pick it up on day one. And if you would like to pick it up, feel free to drop down into my Nexus store in the description. And if you purchase it from my store, I'll be able to buy myself a new shirt. Someone stole my shirt.
Who stole my shirt? Who stole my shirt?
Someone probably didn't steal it, but I have no clue where it went. That shirt that I always wear with my videos, yeah, no clue where it went. And of course, one thing I did forget to mention is that, of course, like always, there is new music. I put some of it in the video today. It is not your usual upbeat. It is more just flavored music that you're going to see throughout the game. But with that, I'm going to wish everybody a good morning, good day, or good night, wherever you are.